Okay, so we share these 3 questions. So this is the question that we ask is a catalyst question. So you can hear look at the questions there. Now, a few people actually have a feedback about this question and actually asking question about the questions. So I want to go through a few of them. People actually asking, why using the word stubborn facts? The word stubborn fact is because we want to acknowledge over many years and many efforts by churches and by Christians that actually has been doing here in Illawarra. But yet, we see the indicators. Things are not as what we would like it to be. That's why I use the word stubborn fact. So these are indicators that we are still living in a troubling communities. Now, out of all these questions, 95-98% people answering yes. So what does it tell us? It tells us that people agree that we do need to connect and we need to be working together. And another keyword that I want to point out there is the word gospel-inspired solutions. Because there are so many solutions out there and there are so many things happening out there. But we do believe that we need to have, without Christ, without the gospel, and people transformed by the gospel, is a very challenging to have a sustainable change. So that's why we would the word gospel-inspired solutions. So these are 3 questions which basically to catalyst to have this conversation. And people actually have a feedback about this. And so out of this I can say that there's acknowledgement there are works yet to be done. And this is why we are here. And there is a sense to develop and to work together, to connect with the local churches, connect with the other leaders, and that's why we are here. Can I have a next slide? Okay, what are we doing today? I was joking with David Aldrich, who is supposed to be retired. I'm supposed to be semi-retired, but yet we are here and busy trying to do all this stuff. Why? So before that, I just want to go through, like, when we're talking about the unity, when talking about working together, there is a nervousness on how it's going to look like. There is a sense, yes, when I read about John 17, to be one, yes, that is true. But however, I cannot reconcile it how it's going to work. That is all actually deep in our heart, and and that's we express it in a different way. So we at the moment probably struggling. How can I reconcile John 17? But yet I even actually having trouble talking with the person next to me. So then, because the person next to me, obviously the one is difficult one, and we need to talk sense out of them. So what I want to say today, I want to brace yourself that today it's going to be a bit of messy. It's going to be messy, right? It's going to be messiness. But because we're going to go through the unknown part. But out of the messiness, I believe we go through that together. We'll find beauty together. We'll find solution together. So beauty will come out of it. So on the way here, do you see that a lot of these people at the public hospital, the Wollongong Hospital, people they protest and all this thing. So I did a research that about 4,300 babies born every day here in Illawarra. So there will be babies now born on that Wollongong Hospital, which is 20 years from now, when they're grown up, when they probably how many percent of them come to know Christ. Maybe some of them become a leaders and become a youth leader. That person, he or she, will be struggling and reading about John 17. So 20 years ago, there was an expression of unity, right, on an event called Harvest. I wasn't there. I was Christian, but I wasn't there. Why? Because I'm still in my turtle shell. I do not know what's going on. I did not let myself engage in the community. What I was there when the baptism happened, but I did not know what's the kerfuffle all about. I was there, but I wasn't part of it. Then when I went through the prayer breakfast and all those things, what happened? What really happened? What happened with that harvest? Tell me the story. I look ask people, what is the story and everything else? And people told me the story and how great it is. I even actually I have a poster of it, a drawing about people getting baptized at that Belmar Basin. So now the question is, 20 years from now, that baby that's born, that become a youth pastor, reading John 17 and try to reconcile, the same thing that we are doing today. The question is whether that person, actually, 20 years from now, the question will be like, okay, today, 1st of August, 40 years ago, there was thing happening in the harvest, and then 20 years later, there's thing happening that, together for the Illawarra. The answer is A, whether they try really hard, but they fail. So now I'm going to learn the lessons, and I'm going to gather the pastors again, and I'm going to do it again, 20 years from now. Or the question is, I thank God for them. I thank God for them because out of their messiness, they go through it, and then now I can see the benefit of it, people working together. So I think that is the question, where today, yes, I'm trying to make a big deal out of it. We are making history. We are creating a platform for our next generation, whether it's going to be easier or it's going to be harder for the youth pastors and all those people to reconcile what John 17 looks like and the real thing. It's going to be tough, but let's go through the messiness together. All right. Thank you.